today my load looks like this. I have 17 skids with some kind of hothouse stuff, you know, in sands. You know, you hate loads like this because they tend to move on you, and it's one of those loads that can be loaded both on a dry van, and actually you see there in the distance there's just a regular van trailer. All they need is a dock, and so it can be loaded either in a van trailer or in a flatbed trailer, right? So because of this, these guys, they just store them outside, right? And look at what happens on this at the bottom of the skids there. They just use cheap skids. So these of course are not designed to be tied down with straps because they break. So you have to be careful. That's one point I can give here. So on the one hand, you want to strap them down so that they don't move, right? You don't lose them. But on the other hand, you don't want to break this film, and break the skids. And see, I use these. I carry a couple of these kind of mobile winches that I can put in a stake pocket. These come in handy when you have a situation like this where I cannot put my strap in here because I can damage the light, and here it'll be off center, and plus this stupid stake pocket will cut it, right? By the way, one more thing, if you're gonna spec your own trailer and you don't expect to be hauling lots of pipes, just get rid of the stake pockets. I think this is such a dated design. In like 3 or 4 years that I've been doing flatbed, and before on a step deck I had them too. I think I had to use them only once when I was hauling some carpets, like rolls of carpets, and the guy put some pieces of timber in there, but they're just useless. I don't know. They just stand in the way. Just if I would have just a single spool, maybe every foot or so, without these gadgets, it'll be so much easier. But anyway, so yeah, the skids can be flimsy, and I just put one strap on a pair of them because my whole weight is only 40,000, so divided by 17, so 2 of them is less than 5,000. Otherwise you have to use 2 straps, right? Because 1 strap is only good for that's what the federal regulations say. If it's under 5,000, you can use 1 strap, but if it's over, you have to use 2 straps, right? But normally I use the 2 on the front, and I use 2 in the back, because these, the first and the last item, tend to move a little bit because of when you turn a corner, and I wanted to do like a cross, do a cross, but again I have the stake pocket, so I cannot. And you see how close it's here, so I have to watch this thing. That's how you cut them, right? And here's another thing you have to look out for, right? You have to watch where the forklift puts them, because this is my ideal location, right? I like to put my strap in between 2 spools, but I have this wheel here, right? You're not supposed to put anything on top of the wheel because the trailer will flex and move, and you can damage the tire. So I did it like this at an angle, but I hope it's okay. And that's about it, right? No topping, just be careful, not to break the film and not to break the skids. And those are my tips for today from Sergey Drachev Trucking School. And my next load is going to be some used retreaded tires. So that's going to be my next lesson. Take care.